So this is a video from Obsidian Ant, who is someone that I started following on account of the fact that I was playing a significant amount of Elite Dangerous a while back. And now he's talking about Star Citizen. And I'm curious because the title of the video says, Player Backlash on Big Week of Drama. Now, if you're someone who's been in my streams or who's been like watching my coverage whenever I talk about Star Citizens, you already know that it is my firm belief that Star Citizen is most likely never going to get released. And if indeed it ever does get released, I think it is going to be one of the biggest mistakes they'll ever make. Because right now, they're basically printing money. I mean, mistake from a business standpoint. I think that fundamentally Star Citizen is incredibly anti-consumer, but that's just my opinion. I know that that community tends to get pretty riled up whenever people criticize their game. But hey, that's what I believe, and I don't care. It is what it is. I mean, listen, when a developer keeps selling you concepts of spaceships for thousands of dollars, while at the same time not releasing a video game, you have to start questioning their motives. And the fact that people have been getting finessed for, what is it, like a decade at this point? If it's not a decade, it should be coming up on a decade when the game is like $500 million in and counting. And it's like, why would they release the game? Like, I'll tell you right now, if I was a businessman that was just concerned about making as much money as possible, there is no monetary incentive to ever release Star Citizen. That's my thought. Feel free to disagree on it. Whatever. Let me know. But let's see what Obsidian Ant has to say.
This week has been a bit of a rough ride for Star Citizen, with fans finding themselves on a bit of a roller coaster. So, what's happened? Well, nothing less than extensive Squadron 42 footage apparently being leaked, along with people claiming that studio director Erin Roberts has drunkenly admitted that Squadron 42 is at least 2 years away. Meanwhile,
why are fans mad if it's 2 years away? Like, 2 years is actually pretty good. You know, considering how long you've been waiting for it. If Squadron 42 comes out in 2 years, that is not bad. At least it's coming out. You know, that's my thoughts on that. You know, if it's coming out in 2 years, it's not that bad. You'll actually get to play it. You know, like, I don't even know if you'll ever get to actually play the fucking game. Like, 10 years from now, you're still going to be like on Chris Roberts going like, oh yeah, dude, it's going to be the best. This game going to be so good when it comes out. Fucking 10 years from now, you're still going to be going on like that.
A whole bunch of backers feel that they have been betrayed by CIG as they snatch away the prestige of a in-game reward. And to not outdo themselves, CIG are being contradictory about the next big release. When is it coming? No one knows. Not even the CIG, it seems.
Knows it.
What's more, all of this could turn on a dime and completely change with the big climax of CitizenCon. So it's definitely a bit of a roller coaster. Let's get into those details. We begin with the alleged Squadron 42 leak. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show that footage on the video right here, mainly because there's a good chance that CIG may request the video to be taken down if I do. That said, the footage is still available out there and is very easy to find. Just do a Google search for SQ42 leak. The video is 9 minutes long and shows a load of in-game footage or in-engine footage. To me, the footage looks absolutely beautiful, very, very detailed, and, well, totally gorgeous, really. Although, that said, some parts of it do certainly feel sci-fi generic. The footage then covers a variety of scenes set in space, rather spectacular-looking ships, some ship-to-ship combat. It also features some stunning-looking planetary scapes, as well as areas inside what appear to be stations and buildings. It's a nice insight then into what Squadron 42 should look like, assuming of course that this is indeed related to the current version of the game. The main criticism seems to be that the footage shows virtually no gameplay, with just a few seconds of clips of a character walking around in first person. Now, the claims seem to be that this footage originated back in 2019 and was from an internal demo reel that CIG had put together. Quite naturally though, there's no confirmation on this one way or the other, and CIG themselves have remained completely quiet. The strange thing is that the leaked video on YouTube so far has not been removed. On the one hand, this could be because it's been relatively low viewed up to this point, Alternatively, some fringe theories suspect that this may be an intentional leak, although personally,
that's what
I really do doubt that. Other theories suspect that this may not be a leak from 2019, but rather a leak from a preview video that will be coming in CitizenCon. Whatever way we cut it though, this is probably not great news for...
That seems more probable, like a video that they were probably going to show at CitizenCon whenever CitizenCon happens to be. I'm actually curious. Let me see when CitizenCon is. CitizenCon 2022. It is going to be... Wait, it was 5 days ago. What? When's this video from? This is October 8th? So CitizenCon was like 5 days ago. We can actually check it out. It's 2 hours long. Damn. Okay, but let's keep going.
CIG. But, you know, pretty decent news for people who wanted to have a bit of insight into Squadron 42. There is another downside to all of this though. Squadron 42 apparently is still a very long way away. But where does this information come from? Well, at this point it is a rumour, but it comes from what appears to be a fairly solid source. It comes from a community event, a bar citizen that took place recently in Korea. The claim is that Erin Roberts, studio director, got a bit too drunk and revealed that Squadron 42 is at least 2 years away. He apparently said that date isn't hard and fast, but is rather a working date. It's also said that he suggested Squadron 42 will contain over 80 hours of gameplay. Naturally, this has led to a lot of speculation all across the internet, throughout the official Spectrum forums, Reddit, as well as on numerous YouTube videos, as of course Discord as well. Now, it turns out that neither CIG nor Erin himself have denied these comments, so there is that. And to be perfectly honest here, I really don't think many people would be surprised if that is the release window, or indeed if it's even further out. Whilst some Squadron 42 and Star Citizen fanatics will try and argue the point, development on these titles began around 20.
By the way, Squadron 42, for those of you that are not in the know when it comes to Star Citizen is like, technically speaking, 2 projects because of the ridiculous amount of feature creep that they've been doing on this. And it's like, there's the Star Citizen project, which is going to be like a sandbox type, at least this is my understanding. It's going to be a sandbox type game. And then there's Squadron 42, which is going to be a single player, one-time story that you kind of like play through. That is my understanding of what it is. So it's like the single player version of their game might, the story narrative driven version of Star Citizen might release in 2 years. And imagine where that puts the release of the actual Star Citizen game.
12. If it's heading for a late 2024 release or even a 2025 release, that means around 13 years in development. There's potential then for it beginning development in the era of the PlayStation 3 and releasing in the era of the PlayStation 6.
Jesus.
Quite the achievement. Now, moving on to the event that's caused quite the uproar in the recent days. This is to do with an in-game item reward. What's more, it was originally intended to be a unique item and therefore highly prized by players. The way to access this item was to achieve a certain number of PvP kills. It meant that the item would be awarded to those who are best suited to a PvP playstyle. But people soon figured out how to cheese the item. They participated in what become known as conga lines, mutual PvP killing. I kill you, you kill...
Bro! We gamers are fucking degenerates, dude. We will game everything to win rewards, bro. That's what we do. It's like, oh, we need PvP wins? Oh, we'll sort that out. We'll just take turns killing each other. Dude, it is what it is. Oh man, it's hilarious. Because look, it's funny because you see me playing World of Warcraft in the background here, and that's something that I believe happened a lot back in the day. I don't know if it still does. It probably still does, which was like win trading for PvP shit. It's not really conga lines. It's just win trading. We call it win trading. You trade wins with other people. It's very much a staple of WoW, like Looney is saying. Listen, we're degenerates. It is what it is. We will do anything for a reward. We have no morals. We don't give a fuck. It's like, oh, we got to kill a bunch of shit in PvP? Okay, I kill you, you kill me. We both get the rewards. Win. Oh, man.
Kill me, and keep repeating this until we achieve enough kills to unlock the item. So yeah, to be fair, this would to an extent reduce the prestige of this item. But this isn't where it ended. What ultimately happened is that CIG pretty much decided to give the item away to everyone, and that's after these people worked very hard to unlock the item. So how did CIG change the rules? Well, they didn't exactly give the item to everyone. Instead, they made it lootable in-game, so yeah, anyone can go out and very easily claim it. Understandably, the backlash from players has been quite extreme, at least in some quarters, whilst other players really seem not to care. Just maybe how much someone cares.
I don't think you should care that much, to be honest. Because I mean, if people are win trading for it, at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? Like, who gives a fuck? Everybody wants to be the most unique snowflake, but at the end of the day, I don't like this. Them giving the item away. I don't think that this is that big of a deal. It's whatever. It really is whatever. Like, a lot of people always get upset about, you know, these prestigious items. And in my opinion, the way that you do something like that is like, look, make the reward achievable, as in like not the most impossible thing to do. And then you never have to change the rules because it's like, hey, it's still achievable. You can go out and you can get it. You can do whatever. But I don't see this as a big deal personally.
Depends on how much they play the game. Now, CIG have responded to this. Director of Community Tyler Whitkins has posted a rather extensive forum post, which was also posted to Twitter. He explained that the event had been created by the community team and not the dev team, and therefore wasn't officially supported by in-game code. He went on to say, "In hindsight, I wish we had not done this event. I do not consider it successful. It really came down to my eagerness to provide in-game earnables and forcing it into existence."
Here's another thing that I'm curious about. Isn't there going to be a wipe when Star Citizen comes out? Like, there's going to be a wipe, right? Or is it just like, oh no, we're already playing the release version of Star Citizen? Like, you can't. There's no way. There's going to be a wipe when the game comes out. So who gives a fuck? Right? There has to be a wipe when the game comes out because there's been so many. This is like super alpha, the state that the game is in. Nope, as far as I know, there's not going to be a wipe. So Star Citizen is officially released? Yes, but the helmets are tied to your account. Okay, so the sandbox wipes, but you get to keep the cosmetics. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. So you can be earning cosmetics right now. Yeah. It's like, I don't think, there's no way there's not going to be a wipe.
It should have been driven by development with proper in-game support, which it is now. Further on, he clarified that the Vandal mask is not a good representation of the future in-game earnables. It was a premature attempt, my fault. The dev team has far more exciting and complex plans when it comes to looting, and I'm really excited to share more when we can.
Oh yeah, let me tell you all about that. The team has so many... Wait, what the fuck? I think my browser crashed. As I was saying, let me tell you all about that. The team has so many plans about the shit that we're going to bring to the game. Just you wait. About all of the things...
So, once CIG definitely...
that you still have no idea are in wait for you. Like, that's what they're masters at. Is basically just like, bro... so many things. It's so much better. You have no idea. You literally have no idea how much better and more complex it's going to be. Sounds like Ashes of Creation. Bro, no, it's the other way around. Ashes of Creation sounds like this. It's different.
Appear to have messed up here. Hats off to Tyler Whitkins for being so open and honest. It really is refreshing to see this type of interaction with the community without all the unnecessary spin and BS that often accompanies this from some other developers. The next big part of this whole roller coaster is the next big update that many people are waiting for, patch 3.18. So back in May's letter from the chairman, Chris Roberts said that patch 3.18 would be in testing for around about 3 months. He then said that this is hard to predict, implying that it could be even longer due to the complexity of the update. Jump forward a few months, and in September, CIG was stating that 3.18 would be on the PTU in September. We're now in October, and there still is no sign of it. Now, where it gets additionally confusing, and seems CIG are contradicting themselves, is they've said that 3.18 would be available alongside IAE. This is the Interstellar Aerospace Expedition, a sort of in-game showroom where players can see brand new ships. This is currently scheduled to release on the...
Oh man, a showroom where you can see brand new ships so that you can buy more ships! Let's go, baby! Buy more ships! It's exactly what you need. You just need to buy all the ships. You need to get the special package, the $10,000 package. Let's go. Yeah, don't even think about flying these motherfuckers. This showroom, some of the rooms in this showroom are just going to be like PNGs. They're going to sell this shit as an NFT. Yeah, sell me an NFT of a spaceship, motherfucker. That's what you need to do.
19th of November. For this to happen then, patch 3.18 would need to arrive onto the live servers in early November, which means without some sort of time dilation service, the patch cannot be on the PTU for 2 to 3 months. So the deal is that CIG are either not going to fully test 3.18 or that it's going to be delayed. Either way, it's very confusing and no one seems to know the answer, but there is much speculation and many people wondering what exactly is going on. Now, the answer to all of this could come with the latest CitizenCon, which is scheduled for this weekend. No doubt CIG will be giving a showcase for upcoming content. Maybe a part of that will be announcements for 3.18, or maybe it will be another look at Pyro, the much delayed star system, which, well, may not even make 2023 at this point. I know some people will argue with me on that point, but the fact remains that at the beginning of 2022, many people suspected it to be arriving at the end of 2022, or maybe at the very latest, early 2023. Of course, there's no sign of that. That's patch 4.0, and meanwhile, we're still waiting on patch 3.18. Oh, and in a final note to round everything off nicely, another unexpected patch arrived a little while ago, patch 3.17.3. This included, amongst other things, a nerf to ground vehicle speed, slowing them right down. It means that to all intents and purposes, most ground vehicles now have similar or same speed. A racing buggy, for example, now has the same speed as a mining vehicle. Very strange.
That seems reasonable.
The real kicker here is that upcoming new vehicles very likely are going to have a higher speed. These, quite naturally, are going to be sold on the cash shop. I can't think of a single reason that CIG would slow down existing vehicles.
Wait a
To
minute.
all intents and purposes, most ground vehicles now have similar or same speed. A racing buggy, for example, now has the same speed as a mining vehicle. Very strange. The real kicker here is that upcoming new vehicles very likely are going to have a higher speed. These, quite naturally, are going to be sold on the cash shop.
It's not pay to win, guys, I swear. It's not. Why you gotta say it's pay to win? Why would you? No. This, by the way, he's speculating, but it wouldn't surprise me one bit. And I always find it hilarious whenever I tell people, okay, this game is basically pay to win. And people are like, what do you mean? No, it's not. And it's like, well, let me get this straight. Can I buy a ship that's better than yours with real money? Well, yeah. So it's pay to win. No, I can buy that ship in game too. It's like, okay, but I can just buy it now with money and then beat the shit out of you. Seems like that's pay to win. Like, it's pay for convenience. I love when people go like, no, it's not pay to win, it's pay for convenience. You mean more like pay to not be inconvenienced? Dude. Bruh.
I can't think of a single reason that CIG would slow down existing vehicles. So yeah, a week of self-goals, and unfortunately combined with somewhat a bit of a player backlash. Let's see then what happens with CitizenCon. Will it turn everything around and make everything nice and bright and rosy, or will it be another problem? Hopefully the former rather than the later. I will of course be discussing the upcoming CitizenCon coverage, so do keep an eye out for that video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.
Hey guys.
Actually, I'm curious if he has a video
this
for
week
the
has been a bit of
a... Before that, let me just link the video. Guys, make sure to check it out if you're interested in pretty much any space game. Obsidian Ant does a lot of really cool coverage on space games in general. Oops. Did I mess this up? Okay, here we go. He does a lot of really cool coverage on space games. I like him a lot. Make sure to give it some watch time and all that jazz. Let me see if he's done coverage on the actual CitizenCon, which has come out.